Hello, my name is Dana St. Clair, and I would like to welcome you and thank you for joining me for this next half hour as we meditate and talk about the general zaniness of being human. To some people, meditation seems very foreign, very other. In fact, meditation is very integrating and can help bring you to wholeness. If you were to ask 10 different people who meditate, what is meditation, you would probably get 10 different answers. People meditate for different reasons. Some people meditate for physical relaxation. Other people meditate for esoteric insight. For the first year and a half that I meditated, I really had no idea what I was doing. It was just the only point of sanity in a truly insane period in my life, and I meditated twice a day. But without any concept of what it was going to do for me or how I was going to be more spiritual or that it was going to heal me, but rather sanity, just pure sanity and the fact that I liked it. And then after a year and a half, things started coming together in my life, and it was explained to me what I had done. And to tell you the truth, I was glad that I had that year and a half of meditating without any mental, intellectual, preconceived notions of what I was doing, but simply giving myself the experience of meditation. Meditation is not what you think. And if you can talk about meditation, you can read about meditation, you can go to lectures about meditation, but until you give yourself the experience of meditating, it's very similar to having children, because you cannot tell a person, like a woman who is pregnant or a man whose wife is about to have a baby, you cannot tell a person what it is like to have children. It is an experience. And this is certainly true of meditation as well. Meditation is an experience. So I would like to ask you to take a few moments to sit down, to relax, and let yourself go into this meditation experience that we are about to share together. So close your eyes. Just allow the tones of the gongs to wash through you, to wash over you. The gongs are a meditation tool. The gongs can bypass your thinkery, your overthink, the commentator, the narrator, the constant thinking in your mind. Just allow that all to relax and allow the tones of the gongs to take you to a place of peace. With your eyes closed, take a slow, deep breath. As you inhale, fill yourself slowly, deeply. Then as you exhale, feel yourself releasing completely. As I sound the gongs for the next few moments, be with your breath, inhaling slowly and deeply, exhaling completely. Feel the effect that slow, mindful breath has on your physical body. Feel your physical body beginning to relax. Feel yourself settling into this moment, this place. As your physical body relaxes, sense the effect that mindful breath has in your emotional self. And feel yourself relaxing emotionally. And know that you can find a certain place of peace within your emotional self. And as we settle into the meditation, this place of peace in you is nourished and strengthened. And you may find that as your physical body relaxes and your emotional body comes to a place of peace, that it is as if your mind chatter is going on and on more and more. And it is true that as you become more quiet, it seems as if the chatter in your mind becomes louder and more prominent. But in fact, it is because you are quieting. Take a moment to watch your thoughts. Take a moment to observe what it is that you are thinking about right now. Take a moment to observe what it is that you are telling yourself right now. And as you observe your thoughts, you will notice that as one thought ends, the next thought begins. And as that thought ends, the next thought begins. I would ask you to follow the thought that you are currently thinking until it ends, and before the next thought begins, slip into the space between your thoughts. Feel your consciousness lifting. Feel your vibration quickening. As you open your heart and open your mind, as you open your identity to your higher self and to your greater awareness. And allow yourself to see your greater awareness as if it is a person made entirely of light. In the eye of your mind, see this being of light coming toward you with arms open, with such an expression of joy, of acknowledgement and welcome. Feel yourself moving into this embrace of light, into an embrace with your greater awareness, with all of the acceptance and the acknowledgement that your higher self has for you. Feel yourself blending and merging with this light. Feel yourself releasing into this embrace of joy. Now consciously draw this connection, this light and joy into the very depths of your being. And know that you have been given insight and exposure to the true nature of your being. The true nature of you is divine. The true nature of you is joy and fulfillment. Make the conscious choice to allow this joy and fulfillment to move into your mental self, and feel your mental self drawing this light energy in. Feel the effect that this light energy has within your mental body, within your thoughts. And consciously draw this connection with your greater awareness. Draw the sense of the truth of your being into your emotional body, into your feelings, into your anxiety, your doubt, your confusion, your anger, your pain. And draw this light energy also into your joy, into your clarity, into your knowing. And sense how these aspects of yourself, the positive, loving, joyful aspects of yourself, are nourished and nurtured by this growing relationship with your greater awareness. And now bring this light energy into your physical body. And feel it in your very bones. Feel as if you have a skeleton of light. Feel your heart pumping this joyful light energy throughout your circulatory system. Feel your muscles, your nerves, your tendons and ligaments made of light. Be aware of how your physical body is relaxed. Be aware also how the true nature of your being radiates through your eyes, through the tone of your voice and the words that you choose, through your touch, your work, your play, and your creative expression. Realize the effect that you have in your life, in your environment. I will sound the gongs for a few moments, drawing the meditation to a close. When it is comfortable for you, you may open your eyes. As we began this meditation, we began by focusing on the breath. I believe this is the most ancient meditation technique. Interestingly enough, it's one that you always have with you. And if there are times during your day when things are particularly crazy, or when you're feeling fearful or angry, you can go somewhere. You can be in your car, you can go into a bathroom stall at work, you can go into the bathroom at home and lock the door, or out under a tree. And if only for a few minutes you sat and completely focused on your breath, everything would change. Because you would change. Now it's two different things. I mean, you can sit and go, and what you're really focusing on is how upset you are, or what a jerk the other person is, or what a big problem this is. And that's not going to get you very far. But if you sit and close your eyes. And as you inhale, you consciously draw this breath in. Consciously, slowly, mindfully. Keep your thoughts with your breath. It has a whole different effect. And it's another one of those situations where I can stand here telling you mindful breath is an incredible experience. Mindful breath is very cleansing of all your stinking thinking. I can tell you about mindful breath, but not until you actually give yourself the experience of staying with your breath as you inhale and exhale. Now, another thing that we humans do that's pretty tricky is, let's say you've been inhaling and exhaling for maybe 3 seconds and your mind is wandering. Well, instead of fussing with yourself, being upset because you had allowed your mind to wander, gently yet firmly bring yourself back to your breath. With no self-judgment, self-criticism, no picking on yourself. That's not what we're trying to do here. But simply bring yourself back to the breath because you consciously choose to. And stay with your breathing. I promise you, if you're able to give yourself 5 minutes, maybe even only 3 minutes of mindful breath, when you step out of the bathroom stall or your car or whatever, when you re-engage with your life, you will be in a different place. You will be feeling more balanced, more centered, more calm inside yourself. And that's where the whole world happens. I mean, yes, things happen outside of you, but what makes it something wonderful or something terrible, the majority of the time, is a choice that you make inside yourself. Is you judging it as something that is harmful or something that can be and is a learning experience. I've said for many years that there are 4 states of human consciousness: yikes, yuck, yum, and yay. And at any time during your day, possibly at any time during any given hour, you can be in any of those states of consciousness jumping back and forth. I mean, I know you've had experiences where you're feeling pretty good about your life and pretty centered, and yes, this is good, this is definitely a yum, and then something happens. And it could actually be something outside of you or a thought that you have that takes you into a fearful place, that takes you into your own anxiety, that takes you into your own self-doubt. And it's when you are in those places that it's important to know that you have a choice, that you don't have to let your anxiety or your self-doubt or your confusion completely overrun you. I mean, there are the moments in time when the anxiety's got you, or when you've got the anxiety. You don't have to always let the anxiety or the doubt or the fear or the rage run the show. You don't have to. And yet, in some ways, it's like emotional aerobics when you make the choice to not be impatient or to be tolerant rather than intolerant. I mean, these are choices that we make inside ourselves. By working with your breath, by working with meditation, it brings you to a point of observation with yourself. And this isn't something dry and distant and intellectual. It isn't at all. It's a place that allows you to see what you are doing in your own inner terrain. It's a place that allows you to be aware of what you are telling yourself. I mean, so many times when all of a sudden you're upset about something, it's because all of a sudden you told yourself, usually something hurtful. For whatever reason, we're incredibly harsh with ourselves inside. And so you've told yourself something about your fundamental unworthiness, or how you are unlovable, or how this isn't going to work, or maybe because, God doesn't like you. God has singled you out specifically. Well, that's not true. That's not true, but it can certainly have you running down this path of pain and confusion inside your own mind. I would suggest to you, as you go through your life these next few days, these next few weeks, just try this mindful breath. When it crosses your mind, you can do it while you're washing dishes. I mean, this is the tricky thing. You can even do it when somebody's fussing right at you. And you can not get snagged, not get caught. Because a lot of times when people are telling you something that's supposedly about yourself and for your own good, what they're really telling you is more about themselves, more about their fears and their own limitations. So it's important as you're moving through your life, as you're interacting with all us other humans here, to know what's yours and to know what is somebody else's, and to not personalize. So many times we take something on, we take something personally, we hurt ourselves with somebody else's response when it has nothing to do with you at all. Maybe if somebody's fussing at you today, it's because their shoes are too tight. And it doesn't really have anything to do with you personally. When you focus on your breath, it helps you strengthen your own center. It helps you strengthen your own certainty and clarity. And it makes the world a more peaceful place to be in because of the more peaceful place that you are in. Again, I would like to thank you very much for joining me. And I hope that you have enjoyed the gongs and this time of peace and serenity. And I hope that you find that the mindful breathing is something that is helpful to you as you move through your life. As we bring the show to a close, I would like to sound the gongs and allow you to be in a quiet, peaceful place with yourself. Thank you for joining me.